Content disclaimer: views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Hey, family. We got a great show coming up for you, so don't touch that dial. We got a lot going on. We're going to be introducing to you for the first time. Won't be a long show. It's an introductory show for the first time we're going to have here on our stage as you meet Millicent Simmons. In a couple of minutes, she'll be here with us at 8 o'clock. It is now 7:52 or 52 minutes after the hour. And approximately in the next few minutes, we'll be having her on. Just want to remind everybody that we will be on Billy Carson's show on Forbidden Knowledge Network and YouTube channel, Cosmic Codes Decoding Reality, with your brother King Simon on the 7th, which is happening absolutely on Tuesday. So I will be on there on January the 7th. January the 8th, I will be with Dr. Alicia Watkins talking about keeping your mind away from low frequencies. And then on the 12th, that Sunday, we have Paris Williams talking about the journey of spiritual authorship. And then that Wednesday, we have Nina Diamond, aka Dunham, healing through the Rock of Ages. And then after that, we got early that morning on January the 19th, we have Jamel Simmons coming in live and direct. The Civil Lizards, his new adult coloring book, is going to be on deck. And that happens to be Danny Simmons' son, Russell Simmons' brothers, or Russell Simmons' nephew. He's going to be in with us. That is a nice pull. Also, later on that afternoon, we have Cheyenne Black speaking from the heart. That's going to be big. And then on the 26th, we have Professor Jane Smalls and Professor Griff. Please join our membership. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing to join our membership because that's where everything gets down. And remember, book a color therapy session with the person that I'm about to bring on in the next 6 minutes. Make sure you do a color therapy. She's not only one of the moderators, but she's going to be interviewed today for the first time on any network. And do remember, our other moderator is Dr. Shakira Moore, holistic iridologist, nutritional advisor, and spiritual teacher. Make sure you hit her up at Linktree /Holistica Healer. And do remember, she got something big coming up, the Cleansing the Lymphatic System Masterclass on the 15th at 7 o'clock, and it's absolutely free. Make sure you go through that. Don't forget, my class is coming up. My master class is coming up. The tickets are now $55, so make sure you get it. It's going to be guided interpretations, January 11th from 1 to 4 p.m., maybe going to 5. And then don't forget Dr. Phil Valentine. We had a great show with him this morning from 1 o'clock on January the 19th. Dr. Phil Valentine will be in the building at 1 p.m. Don't forget, coming into town will be the one, the only Paris Williams. She'll be in the building on January the 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. So make sure you support her at the New Black Wall Street. And this is how you can get in contact with her: Instagram, YouTube, and also her website. Remember, if you want to get your taxes done anywhere in the United States, contact this brother right here, DTR Taxes LLC. Mention my name and they will take care of you. Call them right now or text them at 862-314-6039. Remember, in the month of February, we have Dr. Philip Valentine and Brother Sabir Bey will be in the building together. Long time they haven't been together. And don't forget, also in the Coral Springs area, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, around them areas you can go. This is the International Reggae and World Beat Awards. I'll be there. I'll be attending. I'll be one of the media personalities out there doing my thing on March the 30th. And big up to Adara Moselle. Make sure you support what she's doing. Energy healer, negative energy removal. She does free consultations, so you can hit her up at adaramoselle.com or swipe this QR code right there in the corner. Or you can also get her book called Higher Self Harmony. higher self harmony. And go to her link tree /Adara Moselle. Of course, I got to shout out Lloyd Strayhorn all the time. That's the teacher, that's the Baba. And of course, cartomancy specialist, the one, the only, Amira, Sister Amira. Hit her up at the number right here on the flyer, because it's not cardology, it's cartomancy. Big up to my son in Georgia doing his pressure wash, car detailing, and dumpster wash. Make sure you hit up the number right there at the bottom of the screen. And my other son in New York doing his things with his big recording studios. Make sure you support him. Numbers right there. And it's called Green Studio NYC. And don't forget, if you want to book a session, I got 17. Matter of fact, I'm dropping down to 16 slots left for the month of January. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And my books are available on Amazon right now. And my new book is coming. My other new book is coming. And don't forget, the autobiography is coming in 2026. How y'all feeling out there in them streets? I hope y'all are doing well, because I'm doing great. Ah, man, I took a nap and almost overslept. Jesus Christ, man, them naps, boy, be making you feel good. Make me feel good. Make me feel good all over. Yeah, it makes me feel good taking naps. So, color is very important. And, you see the background that I have as far as you see the colorful thing. Some people use color for hypnotherapists and hypnosis and all that. And I will be having a hypnosis teacher and practitioner coming in a few weeks also. I've had her on before. Her name is Kendall Cobbs. I think she's going to be here on January the 22nd. That's a Wednesday. So we're going to lock that in, and I'm going to make the flyer for that tonight. But the person that I'm bringing on for the first time, she was one of the people that called in my show probably some months ago, and she did a wonderful job with expressing herself and how much she enjoyed the show that I do. And, color is very important in all of our lives. And a lot of people got to learn how to enjoy color, not just because of them seeing the plants and the flowers and going to the botanical garden at certain times, but just recognize that colors, if you wear the right colors, if you paint your house the right colors, only if the HOA allow you, of course, the housing organizations out there, administrations allow you, but colors can really stimulate either certain moods. Dr. Africa taught us that in his book called The Per Unk. I've had books on Feng Shui and all that kind of stuff and how to align yourself. But the person that we're about to bring on in 1 minute, she's not only a certified color therapist, she's also a Feng Shui guide, crystal and stone healer, and interior designer. You could also book a session with her at 813-325-4205. And without further ado, I want to bring on the stage for the first time. Of course, she's been on through the phone lines, but this is her first time actually doing an interview. And without further ado, we want to welcome on the stage the one, the only. How you doing, Millicent?
Hello,
How you doing, Millicent?
good.
How you feeling?
Hello, everyone.
How you feeling?
Great. How are you?
Good. Welcome to my
I'm
channel
good.
for the first time. Welcome to the channel. I hope everything is well. How you doing?
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm
Good.
great.
Well, thank you very much for coming on and enjoying the space here that we're doing as far as what you do. So this is your first time on the channel, but it's not the first time you ever called in. You have called in before, so I remember that. But I want to thank you for
Yes.
participating when it came. So how's the family? How's everything out there in beautiful
Everything
Florida?
is good. All is well. Everything is good.
Good.
Mhm. It's getting a
That's
little
good.
chilly here, but all is well. We're getting used
Oh,
to it.
okay, yeah. Oh, getting chilly in Florida. How nice that is. No, nobody wants a chilly Florida. That's why I'll never come down there when it's chilling. And my father lives out there, and I want to go down to Miami for my birthday, but I'm trying to figure things out. So if I'm going to do that or not. So first and foremost, let me show the business. Family, if you want to book a session with her, color therapy, color consult, wardrobe therapy, even the right clothing that you wear, feng shui and design, feng shui in your house to make the things and the energy flow. It has helped me throughout my life. When I learned feng shui, probably like 20 years I was studying. I never became an official aficionado in it, but it was very helpful in the keeping the flow of my house. And I tell people all the time that you got to be very mindful on making sure that your house and your place is not stagnant with energy. So, Millicent, tell my audience a little bit about yourself. Who is Millicent? How did you get into this? And why is Millicent into color therapy and all of the great things? And let me remind people, please, if you want to contact her, the number's right here, 813-325-4205. Text her, please. Don't call her, text her, and then she'll set up that appointment. And if you want to hit her up at the various links, she has IG, hit her up at Color Curiosity LLC. Her link tree is linktree/color curiosity 222. And if you want to spread love the universal way, go to her paypal.me/Millicent Simmons. So who is Millicent? What's going on? Who am I speaking with as far as why did you get into such a therapist or a therapeutic thing like color therapy or feng shui? Why did you do that in your life? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm Millicent Simmons, Florida. And the way that first, I've always subconsciously practiced color therapy without even knowing that it was so I've always expressed myself with color, with changing my interior design, depending on how I want it to feel or how I want it by the colors. And also I actually had a Akashic reading with Brother Panic's wife,
Okay,
Khadijah.
Sister Khadijah, Sister
And
Khadijah.
during that Sister Khadijah. And during that Akashic reading, she told me that I would in color therapy. And at that time, that was probably back in 2019, I wasn't even aware what color therapy was. And as I started to realize, hey, I've always practiced this subconsciously, not even knowing that it was a healing modality. So that was great. And when I
And
started studying, it just started making sense. It started making a lot of sense to me, and especially with because with I'd say with my medical history, I've always had lots of doctors didn't know what was wrong with me, so I was prescribed lots of medications that didn't work, that got me sick, and also surgeries that were unnecessary. So when I started to study color therapy, I realized it would be something that I'm really interested in, and I would like to teach everyone else how they would be able to just heal holistically without the medications, and the importance of how their environment can heal them and have an impact on their well-being physically and emotionally.
So you've noticed over the years that color has been very significant in people's lives, so to speak.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Especially from
I think there's a slight delay going on over there. I don't know what's that all, but it's all right. We could just keep the flow going. I think it's very
okay.
important. I think it's very important that we that, like I was saying earlier, about recognizing the need of use to colors and how colors can influence many of us, how colors are used in therapy, how colors are used even when people are colorblind. There are certain things that people have to pay attention to if they're colorblind, or what, like certain animals can see certain colors. So, what have you discovered in your studies with color therapy, and how have you seen it help others down the road as far as the use of color, especially with their wardrobe or their housing situation? How have you seen it help others?
To answer your first question about the color blindness. Now,
Hmm.
when you're dealing with the colorblind, they can only see. Most of them can't see. So when you're doing a color palette for the color brown, I'm sorry, for the color blind, with the wardrobe, and also it's good to use only two hues, maybe blue and red is good. That's mostly used when you're dealing with the color blind, and pets, when I do the color therapy for the pets, the dogs, they can only see two colors, which is blue and green. Those colors are good for the colorblind when you're dealing with your pets, when
Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
making them to sleep, or their toys or their dishes for them to eat out of. You want to make sure that you have a soothing environment that they can really. So blue and green
Hmm.
would be good for the pets. And then, like I said, with the colorblind, you would only use two hues when you're dealing with them. They're good as well, but
Right.
blue and red is mostly used for the colorblind.
Right. And so
Now,
would
as
you would you say
I'm
that
sorry.
going back now, would you say that you found that people reacted very favorably when it came to just doing color therapy with them and doing sessions with them? And how is it that how does color therapy work with housing and helping people to feel a little better in their household or in their room?
Okay, for instance, what I've done, how I feng shui my room with color therapy and everything. Blue is good for the room because blue is calm, and green as well. So I usually tell my clients in the bedrooms they want to use warm colors. I'm sorry, cool colors, which are blue and green, because that actually relaxes you, and it's good for sleeping, and people with as well. You want to, if you're going to use the warm colors like red and orange, you want to just use them in little splash so that you won't be overwhelmed and not able to sleep at night. Now, in the kitchen, I tell my clients orange, and also red would be good because that's good for digestion. So
Hmm.
in dining areas and kitchens, I tell them a little bit of yellow would be good. And also with the interior design, we usually use yellow. So if you have a study room or an office, yellow is usually good for focus and concentration. And
Hmm.
orange, that's good for sociability. So if you have any family rooms, or if you have areas where you like to socialize, we like to
Hmm.
use orange and yellow colors to uplift.
Mm. Okay. So, family that are just tuning in, that are coming in, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And of course, I'm going to put that on the board right now. Matter of fact, I'm just going to scroll that on the board right now. So like, subscribe, and share with at least three people. Thumb up the video. We have Millicent Simmons, our guest, certified color therapist, feng shui guide, crystal and stone healer, interior designer, and also you can connect with her via text at 813-325-4205. And remember also, if you want to spread love or link with her or follow her on IG, go to Color Curiosity LLC. And please make sure you go to her link tree / Color Curiosity 222. And if you want to spread love via PayPal, there it is, paypal.me / Millicent Simmons. Now, I understand that you're also into feng shui, which also blends with color therapy. Now, I know feng shui is usually known as a Chinese geomancy or Chinese method of traditional form of which was originated in China, and it claims to use energy force to harmonize individuals with their surrounding environments. What made you get into feng shui, which Dr. Laila Afrika called in his book Per Unk, coming from an ancient Kemetic perspective? What made you decide to get into it, and how has it helped you or your family in this sense? Because I remember, family, this is just it's not going to be a long interview. This is a first introductory, and then next time I have her on, it's probably be a longer interview. So talk about that, why you got into feng shui, not just color therapy, and how it all blends together.
Okay. Well, how I got into feng shui is I've always been interested in interior design. So
Okay.
when I decided to go to school for interior design, I thought to myself, why heal as well. Why not heal while you're designing? So I decided to go ahead and get certified for Feng Shui. Said that I could go ahead and add that with the color therapy and just heal holistically and teach others how to just have a lifestyle holistic healing where their environments from the clothes you wear to the food you eat, your surroundings, everything in your surroundings, everything is just healing you. So as far as my family, I've been helping a couple of family members out with uh, that is very important in feng shui because when you're cluttered, your mind is actually cluttered when you have clutter. So once you start to declutter your home and clean up, you're able to harmonize um, with your able to balance yourself. But I've helped friends and family feng shui their homes. They've been very satisfied. And I've just actually changed my room around. I use the eight mansion feng shui,
Mm-hmm.
eight
Mm-hmm.
mansion feng shui school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like numerology. You use your cow number. So your cow number is going to let favorable and unfavorable directions. And
Mm-hmm.
with your cow number, that's determined by using the last two digits of your year of birth, your gender. So with females, you're gonna add the last two digits of the year and then take away five. You're gonna subtract five. With the males, you're gonna subtract 10. And with that, you're gonna find out your element. Mine, by the way, is wood, and it's a number 8. So with that, I found out my favorable directions and actually face my bed west, which is a favorable direction for stability. My desk, the favorable direction for that is southeast, and that's for prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
And since I've done that, I've noticed a difference in business. My business has actually increased, and also clarity. I've got clarity since I've made that arrangement with a lot of things that's been going on. So it works.
Right, 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 right. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how important those colors and setting your room or setting your office space for success and your surroundings. Sometimes just by adding a water fountain, sometimes just adding a money plant, sometimes just having a house plant, or just gardening and landscaping your house is a form of feng shui and color therapy blend together. But I also understand that you use crystals and stones to help enhance and use the crystals and their elements, their ancient elements, especially original crystals, original stones. How does that work in as far as in terms of color therapy and feng shui? How does the stones and crystals work? Because a lot of people are into stones right now. I got orgone energy around my computers and all that kind of stuff. How does this work for people? Go ahead.
Okay, well, with color therapy, the way it's pretty simple how the stones work with color therapy. The color that you need to resonate with is going to simply be the same color as the stone
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to work with. So putting
Mm-hmm.
those area enhances and increases the frequency and the
Mm-hmm.
vibration of that color.
Right, right, right. And you notice that even every stone is connected to a zodiac or a number. So when you're dealing with personal human beings, you gotta know also their birthday. Sometimes she probably asks you your birthday or asks you how to, so you can align you better. Like if it's through Lloyd's book, you might see that
Right.
Louise Hayes, those type of people that have taught that over the years. And again, a lot of stuff you can Google, but if you want a real professional to give you a full holistic guide on how to use color therapy, feng shui, crystals, and to just design your house. And also, you was a real estate agent, and now you're getting your license back and everything. How has that worked as far as even dealing with real estate back in the past, and now that you're bringing it back to fruition? How does that work with you and with feng shui and
Okay.
people's
Well,
homes? Go ahead.
yeah. So my plan is to when I get my real estate license within the next month or so, customers that I have, I'm going to, well, what I've done before, I've offered my interior design services. I wasn't into Feng Shui at the time. I also offered my clients who I dealt with after the sale, after I sell them their home, that if they like, I'm able to decorate their home as an interior designer. So now it's going to be even better because it's holistically, and I could advantages of how they could just change their lifestyle just by their surroundings and increase their harmony, balance in their life, and just live live without medication or
Well, a lot of us, this is a very mentally disturbed society, and most of our people, if you don't catch a lot of the young people from young, because people do, they do, uh, let's say going back to colors, they use colors in different business. Like, McDonald's is constantly the red and the orange or the yellow, or constantly red and the yellow. Using KFC with the red, white, sometimes blue and all. They're using colors, and each one of those colors represents something. Now, would you like to explain some of the primary colors real quick before we finish, and what their use is and what it may trigger in individuals in regards to color therapy? Can you do that for us?
sure, sure.
Okay, please.
Okay.
That's good. Hmm.
Okay, like you said, red, orange, and yellow. They're most in the businesses of the restaurants. They're used to excite you, and also they stimulate your digest. They stimulate your appetite. So that's one
Hmm.
of the reasons why they use those colors. Um, Orange would be used in their areas because it's gonna make you want to sit there and socialize with them, because those colors
Hmm.
also, well, orange also stimulates to make you want to sit around and eat more and talk. And as far as the cool color, blue is used for relaxation. In color therapy, it's used to soothe, and that's usually used for depression. That's also used for ear, nose, and throat problems because it cools and soothes.
Hmm.
Green is actually we use that for harmony, balance, growth, renewal. But physically, it's a detoxifier. It heals physically. As far
Hmm.
as purple is actually used for liver problems. That's used purifies and detoxifies as well, and that's related to wisdom, intuition, spirituality. Get closer to your spiritual side, or inner wisdom, or your inner self. We usually have you purple and indigo within your surroundings, or maybe wear that color.
Mm. And that's why, family, that's why it's very important that you understand the colors, because I remember when I was doing radio, a dear friend of mine's, before he came to the station that I was on, he was on Kiss FM in New York. His name was Ken Spiderweb. Ken Spiderweb used to have what we call the color of the day. And people that listened to that primary station back in those days would dress in the colors every morning, even if it was just to accentuate the blouse, especially the women. And men started getting along with, because you start, okay, and they would talk about this around the cooler, about the color of the day and the bracelet and Ken Spiderweb really set a trend back in the day when he was on Kiss FM. Kiss FM is now defunct and no longer in New York City the way it used to be. But Ken Spiderweb was a big part of people recognizing the importance of colors through radio, because even in Dr. Africa's book, or Louise Hay's book, that they have each color for each day and what it represents. And I remember from Dr. Africa, that was Monday was a blue, Tuesday was the red, Wednesday was either pastel or certain other yellowish colors. Thursday was the lavender or the purple. Friday was the green. Saturday was the blue or darker colors. And Sunday was the more brighter yellow, orange colors. So I found that was very interesting. And of course, it works with the chakras. As I have the chakra charts here, you see these colors. And I think it's very important that you learn, family, how to teach your children, teach yourself, teach your family how to feng shui your life with colors, because we do wear colorful outfits. I mean, I've seen colors that don't even look like they're on the color spectrum, but because they blend them, the sneakers. I see people, some of these younger brothers and sisters sneakers, they look totally different than what we are usually used to as far as color. What would you say to young people and adults on the importance of wearing the proper clothing for the proper day and learning how to recognize their day? Especially in numerology, we I give people their power numbers, their power days, and power months. So even for power days, like for instance, my power day, because I'm connected to 1, 4, and 9, Sunday and Tuesday would be my power day. So it would be on Tuesday, it would be incumbent for me to at least wear a tinge of red or a touch of red, just because of that, from that perspective, because I know there's other different color therapy. What would you suggest or tell young people about dressing with a good, learning how to dress and understand their colors, or adults on how to understand their colors on a daily basis, please?
Okay, I would tell everyone to dress with intent.
Mm,
Set your intentions for the day. Set your intentions for the day and figure out the color for the day. You can go through your day with intention and
mm,
um, and motivation as well. Because
mm,
once you in your environment or whatever color you're around, like I said, you're gonna resonate on that same frequency.
mm,
So
mm.
important to know how the colors around you and the colors in your environment can have an impact on your well-being and your energy.
And that's very important for children even to know, because even in the games that they're played, there's a reason why they're very color coded in all the games that they play. And it keeps on pulling them back in and putting them back to the point that they be siphoning money out of their mother's mother or their father's credit card to play these darn games. That's interesting. Family, we have Millicent Simmons here for the first time, introducing. It's just an introduction for the first time, and one day she probably come up and do a color PowerPoint one day, or say, like some people do, like KT does on Brother Rich's show and all that. But remember, she's a certified color therapist, feng shui guide, crystals and stone healer, and interior designer. So even if you're renting an apartment, this can work for you. Even if you have a house or you're renting a house, this can help you. Even if you're buying land, this can help you. So you got to think on that level. Always think on a grander level how all of these modalities work with each other. And sometimes, if you notice the construct of certain areas, how they have a. I remember, Millicent, going to Sedona, and there's certain colors they will not allow in Sedona, Phoenix. They wouldn't, I mean, Sedona, Arizona. They will not allow it. So even the McDonald's had to look like the color scheme of Sedona. That's how deep that is. And people should travel and visit the United States, especially Sedona, because they try to keep the color scheme of nature, right? Blending with the mountain regions and making that whole color. And I was like very amazed, because they was telling us this in the tour guide. He was telling us this, and I was like, wow, that's interesting, because they don't want to upset the feng shui. And they got a lot of crystal shops out there in Sedona, a lot of readers and psychic this and mediums. But one thing I learned going up the mountains, because I climbed Bell Rock Mountain, but one thing going on the tour, they had a sign, Millicent, they had a sign, audience, saying how long it took for a piece of paper, plastic, and certain other materials to actually become part of the ecosystem. They said plastic took probably 500,000 years to become part of the ecosystem. I mean,
Wow.
actually degrade and become. It's a
Mm.
anything, any man-made. It takes longer times. They show you what paper does. They show you what this does. They show you what that time on the mountain, on the certain mountains. I was like, whoa. So, but I
Wow.
was still looking at the color scheme of Sedona, and that's a very highly spiritual place for people to go and study the color scheme of different towns and cities. You'll notice that people that are architects have color schemes also for like New York and California and LA and Atlanta. Study those things, family. They study and they are studying. And but Millicent, any last words? I'm gonna make sure I don't want to keep you too long. I want to make sure everything is well. I want to make sure family get to support whatever she's doing. Again, her PayPal is on here. PayPal.me, Millicent Simmons / Millicent Simmons. IG, follow her on IG, Color Curiosity LLC, or also hit her up at Linktree / Color Curiosity 222. Any last words for people in regards to feng shuiing their life, my dear? Please talk to them.
Yes, first, I want to thank everyone for coming to listen and learn about color therapy and learn about who I
Mm,
am. And I'm grateful for you, your platform. And I want to just say that color therapy and any holistic alternative is very important. I think that if we just take time out to feng shui our lives and pay attention to what's in our environment and our surroundings, then we will be well off mentally. Our well-being would be more well off. When you get
mm,
up every day and you're in a clean environment, you're wearing clothes that resonates with your goal and purpose. You have to do is just focus on eating right and exercising, and all is well. No
right, right,
doctors, no. So I just feel like it's an easy way to focus on your well-being without any of the hassles with or being sick or misdiagnosed with anything. So that's why I want to help everyone and help my family, friends, and just help the world. My purpose, just to teach how to live holistically through color. It's a fun way to to just decorate and just have good well-being. So
right, 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 right. Well, family, I want to thank y'all very much. And on that note, I want to thank you. Do you have anything? You have any other? You do say you sell feng shui balls too, right? You sell the feng shui balls,
yes, I actually have my feng shui crystal balls
crystal balls,
that
right?
actually balances the energy in your area.
Okay,
They're 888.
right,
All
right,
you have to do is text me
right.
feng shui, and
Mm,
I can get the crystal balls out to you. And I also have the shirts that you're wearing now. So
right, right.
yes, so that's actually 2222. So
Hmm.
you would just text me at my and text me t-shirt, and I could go ahead and get you out the shopper t-shirt for color healing.
Okay, family. Remember, family. Make sure you support what she's doing and all that she do as far as the feng shui. Remember, like, subscribe, and share this video, and let people know how you support, how important colors is, your wardrobe, your house, your place, your design, even children as they go into school. Some people can attract negative energy just by we're still on we attract negative energy just because they're wearing the wrong color. So you got to think about what's going on and how you're going to do things and stay focused in what you do and how you do things. Nothing is absolute, family. Everything all works together if you want it to work, not just for yourself, but your family members and your friends around the world. So stay focused and do what you have to do to make sure everything flows the way it's supposed to flow. All right, Millicent, want to thank you very much for coming on. And again,
Thank you
family,
for
make sure you
having me.
contact her by 8 1-813-325-4205. That's 1-813-325 4205. If you're outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. If you're outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. That's very important. If you want to spread love, hit her up at PayPal right here, paypal.me/Millicent Simmons. And also hit her up at her link tree and also at IG at Color Curiosity LLC. Thank you very much, Millicent, for coming on. All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Take care. Peace. All right. That's good. That's good. Let's give her a well deserved round of applause for coming on and being a part of the journey. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, you have like 50 to 60 people on the line. That was good. Remember, family. I didn't want to keep it too long because this is the first time, and I wanted just to make an introduction, a meeting of the minds to see where she's at with it. And of course, she was good, and she's growing and developing into what she's supposed to be, and that's a blessing. So I hope that her and her color therapy business will fly and grow. Again, color consult, wardrobe, feng shui, design. Millicent Simmons. She's also one of my moderators when she's up on here. She's helped me out. Also, big up to one of my other moderators that was in the chat, the one, the only holistic master iridologist herself, Dr. Shakira Moore. She was in the live with her. And check out Dr. I'm going to try to bring her on before this event. If I can bring her on, or we could do an IG live together, cleansing the lymphatic system, how important it is to do such a thing. And of course, my workshop is coming up. Dr. Valentine's workshop is coming up. Paris Williams is coming to Georgia on January 25th. I think she has a workshop also, but go to a website that she could explain that. And remember, if you want to get your taxes done in the United States, support my brother DTR Taxes. DTR Taxes. Text him or call him and tell him that King Simon sent you, and he'll take care of you. Remember, Dr. Phil Valentine coming in town. Well, not coming to town, but I have him and Sabir Bey coming in together. And after this interview we just did with Millicent Simmons, I will be on Billy Carson's show on the 7th. That's January 7th at 7 p.m. This will be the Cosmic Codes Decoding Reality with Brother King Simon with Billy Carson on Forbidden Knowledge Network. And on the 8th, we have Dr. Alicia Watkins coming in, keeping your mind from low frequency. A lot of us have to learn how to be careful of music and the stuff that we watch and everything on the phone and social media. Low frequency. I don't even allow my algorithms to pick up on it. I delete it right away or it's being blocked. Also, Paris Williams is coming in on the 12th. Nina Dunham or Nina Diamond, Aquarius Maximus mom, is coming on the 15th. And Jamel Simmons, the son of Danny Simmons, the nephew of Russell Simmons, is coming in on early morning, the 19th of January. And that afternoon, we got Cheyenne Black coming in, speaking from the heart. And of course, on the 26th of January, we got Professor James Smalls and Professor Griff together. And don't forget to join my membership family. Membership has a lot of my lessons. Join the membership so you can get the gist of what I do from a numerovational perspective. On the 22nd, it looked like I'm going to have Kendall Cobb, so I will get the flyers done. She does hypnosis. I call her a hypnotic therapist. So she helps people by one thing. I had my hypnosis done by Kendall, and let me disclaim a lot of the madness, which I'll probably talk to her about. It's all right to do hypnotherapy if you're dealing with people that are reputable and people that have good intentions. Kendall has been doing it for 27, almost 28 years. So I know how sensitive and how tight she is, to the point that she don't even want to do past life regressions because of certain situations that she just didn't want to deal with, because past life regressions can not only affect that person, but also affect the person that's doing it and up on you. So she kind of calmed that down just to stay focused on the healing and the balancing of the mind through hypnosis. So I will be having her on the 22nd of January. That happens to be Sam Cooke's birthday. And so we're going to have a great time. She just confirmed, matter of fact, that's good. She just confirmed, as a matter of fact, about that. And that's what's so important about that. So make sure y'all support, make sure you support everything that I do. Remember, you have been watching King Simon Presents Only Quality People right here, or KSPTV. If you want to sponsor any of my segments, any of my shows for the hour, you want to sponsor a 30-minute segment, 10-minute segment, a half an hour segment, or the whole show, or you want to sponsor every month, I got a great package. I got a great package for everyone. If they have great reputable business or great product they want to start promoting out there, I have a good audience. I have a good spending audience that supports. So respect to them. Thank you very much, my audience, for supporting. And thank everybody that came on with Dr. Phil Valentine earlier this afternoon. He did a wonderful job. He loved it. It was like 300 to 400 people on the line having a good time with us. So have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great. One love, one aim, one destiny. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.